Jamar and Joe Burrow, please.
Yeah, it's kind of I think at its peak. I think we got a great rhythm with what we want to do. And I believe we got a great understanding of each other. And we just have great feel. To go out there and just execute plays. And then when Joe feel comfortable giving us chances to throw the ball up and allowing us to make plays, and we always make those plays. So I just think that we're young, hungry, and ready to go.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Best of luck.
Appreciate you.
Next question comes from Soren. Soren, you may ask your question.
Hi, Tyler. Jamar Chase has been a huge impact on your offense in his rookie season. Can you tell us about what his skill set brings to your offense?
Yeah, I think his athleticism brings so much firepower to the offense. He's so understanding of his role. He knows his ability, and we can use him outside, inside. We can do whatever we want, and just him coming in and exceeding his expectations allows us to not have to worry about how we call plays and how we go out there and execute. We can just me Chase and T, we can go out there and just line up in our positions and just play. But Chase, he missed a year. He came in drafted. He missed a year. He didn't play his last year of college. And just being able to come in and fulfill a big role like he did, is at an all-time high, and for him to control the negative stuff that was going on through preseason and be able to just come in and just ball once the season hit, it took our offense to a whole nother level.
Next question comes from Raphael. Raphael, you may ask your question. Raphael, you're muted.
Hi, Taylor. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Appreciate it for the time in a week so important. I don't know if you're the most popular Bengals player in Brazil right now. Did you know it? And do you think that you can avoid the fill the void about the Brady's retirement? Chase's Burrow is a great quarterback, and you has a connection with Brazil right now.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Do you feel you can fill the void open with the Brady retirements? Because Burrow is a great quarterback, and you have some kind of connection with Brazil right now.
Yeah, I think at this point, we're just trying to prepare and get ready to go out there and beat Los Angeles. Our standard before the year was to win a Super Bowl. And we finally achieved that goal. And I think our team is at its all-time best. And I think we're at where we said we wanted to be at the beginning of the year. And we're just going out there and executing our assignments, and we're winning. So we're going to go out there and continue to just play for each other and do it for each other.
Aditi, you may ask your question.
Thank you. Hey, Tyler. I'm going to ask you two, if that's okay. You are now at 77 consecutive catches without a drop. So what's the secret sauce there? And then the second question is, everybody keeps saying Joey B makes everybody around him better. How? Got
you. Yeah, I think just hard work and preparation. I go out there and take every day like it's my last, because it's actually a privilege to be playing in the National Football League, So every time I step foot out there, I want to prove to myself and prove to everybody why I deserve to be there, and with Joey B's help, make everything easier because he's so smart and he understands football and he knows exactly what he wants, once we call plays. So for him to tell us how we want to run routes and us understanding how we got to find voids and zone coverage and different things like that, I think it's spot on. Like he's like a magician out there when he's commanding us and telling us what's going on and what he's feeling when we're going against defenses, so he make our job easier, when we're in a huddle and we're calling plays and we're getting a certain look and he knows what we need to exploit, and he does a real great job of doing that.
Next question comes from Christopher Heidel. Christopher, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler. Thanks for Chris Heidel from Herbert from Radio in Baltimore, Maryland. Thanks for taking my question today, this morning. You played in Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. What was it like playing under Pat Narduzzi, and what did you learn from Coach Pat and helped you through your NFL days?
Yeah, I just think Narduzzi was the best fit for that head coaching job, because where I'm from, I think I take a lot of pride in everything I do. Where I'm from, we say we're a blue collar team and players, meaning we're strong and we'll do whatever it takes to win. We won't go out there and scrap till we don't have nothing else, and I think he was the perfect fit to come in because he lived by that same code, that I've been already playing about, he just came in and just made every guy around us fierce. He made guys want to do anything, to help us get the win, and guys change throughout that course, in terms of body and other things around them, so I think him coming in, applying the pressure that he applied, it showed, because we won the ACC championship last year and we're continuing to go.
Well, good luck this week.
Appreciate you.
We'll go back to Aditi for a follow-up. Aditi, you may ask your question.
Okay, TB, I've got another pick question then. Give me your favorite Aaron Donald story. And when do you remember thinking this guy's going to be a top 5 defensive player in the NFL?
Yeah, I think it came super quick. I'm not even going to lie. So I think it was week 2 of my freshman year after we coming off the loss from Florida State. It was a big game, and he really wasn't talked about at all. I understand that we still playing Duke, but it was surreal. So we were out there playing, and all I know was we were up, and they started to make a comeback, and AD wasn't with it, so he went out there and played like the apex predator that he is, and the quarterback said hut, and he did a read option with the running back, and he tackled both of them. It's a clip. If you can find it, if you search it, you'll be able to find it. He tackled the quarterback and the running back at the same time. Once I seen that, it was set in stone for me. I already knew what type of player he was going to be, and I kind of knew right then and there that he was going to be a great player in the NFL.
Anything else, Aditi? Or are you good?
All right, I'll keep going if nobody has one. TV,
No,
when
we-
you watch,
we got some of
Ready
the-
for you.
oh, you do.
we got
All right.
One
Sorry.
last one.
Okay, then Jaylen Ramsey, when you watch him, what is so different about him than anybody else? And what's the big key for you guys? Whether you all see him a little bit or he just chases Jamar?
Yeah, I think he's definitely probably the best cornerback in NFL. And I think he do a great job of watching film. I think he do. He's just so rangy. He's a big guy. He's bigger than average corner. So that's what helps him a lot because he can cover a lot of range and he could get to a lot of spots sooner than other corners. And I think we just got to go out there and play our game. If we just go out there and play our game and make him play his best, that's what we need. We love to compete. And no matter what, wherever he's at, we're going to take chances and throw the ball to our guys. But he's a great player and he understands his assignment, understands how to play football, and he does a great job of doing that. So we got to be at our best when we go out there. Any one of us, when we go out there and line up in front of him to figure out ways to win our matchup.
Thank you. The next one comes from Charlie Goldsmith. Charlie, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler, in the last 2 minutes of the first half this year, you guys have about 700 passing yards. Why is the offense so explosive in the last 2 minutes of the first half?
I think because first and foremost, first and foremost, we're protecting the football. We're not creating any turnovers, and we're just letting the game come to us. Because at the end of the day, no matter how the drives look or how we get in the end zone, I think every guy from the lineman to the quarterback to the receivers to the running back, I think every guy is doing a great job of fulfilling their role in the offense. Being able to go out there and do what we had to do to win. Because if every guy played a part and we do all the fundamental things from when we were kids, then I mean, we'll always drive on guys. We'll always score, and we'll continue to have success.
I wanted to squeeze in one more question. Can you describe the jump T. Higgins has made this year and what he means to the offense?
Yeah, T. He did a real great job of coming in. Especially when he came in, it was COVID, so we didn't have too much time together as a full team to get with each other. And scheme up plays. And him coming in the second year, I think. It don't get no better than that. He every time we call his number and we throw it to him, he catch it. You see, he just got to his 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. And I feel like he'll continue to do that. It's just all three of us is very complimentary to each other. We're all good at certain things, and we feed off each other perfectly.
Next question comes from Jay Morrison. Jay, you may ask your question.
Hey, TB, I wanted to take you back to training camp and maybe even OTAs and ask, how often did Lou throw something at you guys defensively that you just weren't expecting at all, and how did that help this offense?
Man, Lou, he's a great guy, first of all, and a great coach, and everything he brings schematically helps us, because the things that he do to prevent us from doing things while we were competing against the starting defense during camp, he knows what he needs to do to eliminate things, and when I go out there and run my routes, me specifically, I always watch coverage, and I always look at pre-snap coverage and figure out what the defense is trying to do to me or us, and figure out how they're rolling and whatnot. But every time I see a look that I'm not familiar with, I always go over there and chop it up with him, and we talk about it a lot, and I think that's good for the offense to know when the defense is throwing different schemes and things at them, because when that happens in the game, then we're very prepared for it, and so I believe he do a great job of just allowing us to pick his brain a little bit and diagnose different coverage of defenses. So I think it's an advantage for us.
And if I could follow up, how would you describe Lou to someone that's never met him? The person, not the coach.
Yeah, right. Lou's he's a very straightforward guy, very respectful, and he's about winning. And that's the major key that I love about him, because he's willing to do anything to get the job done. And that's our motive on the team. Do whatever you got to do to get your job done. And he's been consistent week in, week out, in these crunch moments, in these crunch games down the stretch, he always bringing something out of his pocket that I guess defense haven't seen, or he's exploiting every defense weaknesses. And I mean, how can't you love a guy like that?
Thank you.
Next question comes from Nate Davis. Nate, you may ask your question.
Hi, Tyler. You're one of the few guys left on this team that played with Andrew Whitworth in Cincinnati. Just kind of wanted to know what your impressions were of him as a rookie, maybe what he meant to you while you guys played together.
Yeah, I think other than AJ, I think he was one of the guys who played a big role into me coming in as a rookie, because he's a family man, first of all, and he's really, really, really like determined to be a great leader and a father. I think he takes pride in everything he do, and despite his age, it doesn't seem that way, because he do his job to perfection, but just feeling comfortable. And guys like him, when a guy like me come in and trying to fit into the offense and the scheme and trying to be relaxed and poised as possible, I think he was the main guy who actually talked to me and told me the ins and out of just being a player in the league, and just he was basically that figure, that leader figure for me to understand how to be a pro, you know, and I appreciate him for that a lot.
And if I could, Tyler, just from going from fast forward from then to now, could you just tell me what what's your favorite part of the Joe Burrow swagger, and what has it meant to this team, and what is it meant to you? What's a good Joe Burrow swagger story?
Yeah, you know, Joey B got his own sauce. You know, he's not like everybody else. You know, he touch it up a little different. I think as the weeks come on and as the games get bigger, he get bigger and better. You know, his style goes up, his play performance goes up. You know, everything about him is just overachieving. You know, and I think my best moment was when definitely when he had the turtleneck on, when he had his little Cartier glasses, having his interview. That was legendary. That was legendary.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Danny Heifetz. Danny, you may ask your question.
Hey, actually, perfect timing. Joe, he was actually just singing your praises about being one of the best slot receivers in the NFL and always being where you know he needs you to be. And you were talking earlier about like looking at what the defense is doing and trying to know where you're to be. So when when the defense blitzes you, how important is it for you to be exactly where Joe needs you to be and then working on that timing to get that exactly right?
Yeah, I think it's very important, you know, because me maneuvering the slot determines a lot of his hot reads, you know, and it allows him to get rid of the football quickly, you know, and the good thing about that is I understand a lot of what defenses are trying to do to us, you know, and I understand coverages and things like that, you know, and just preparation. You know, we always practice through our assignments, no matter what coverage we get. We go against every look we believe teams are going to throw at us. You know, so we're very prepared. And the player that I am, you know, I'm very, very detailed, and I always want to be that guy that's a safety blanket or whatever the case may be. You know, so I think I just think I do a good job of understanding football and knowing when it's hot, you know, when I know the quarterback need to get the ball out of his hand fast or I have time to run routes, you know. So I think we got that great chemistry with me and Burrow.
Can you think of a specific example from this season or any season, I guess, where you had that rapport with Joe on like a hot read?
Yeah, you know, I can't specifically say a specific play because it happens often, you know, because I think defensive strategy against us is try to blitz us and try to force us to make a mistake, you know, and I think we as a team collectively do a great job of diagnosing everything that defense is throwing at us. You know, we're a well-coached team. And we do a great job of playing off each other. So we're very prepared for each and every moment that's thrown at us.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Jake Malik. Jake, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler, congrats on making the Super Bowl. You have a great group of receivers between you, T, obviously Jamar. What is it like being in that room with those guys, not just on the field, but off the field? You know, what is the relationship like, and how does maybe the off-field stuff kind of also help the on-field? Because you guys have been awesome this season.
Got you. Yeah. So first and foremost, I think it's fun to be a part of a group like this. You know, having dynamic players and guys that's able to do different things, and we can all amount to the same goal. You know, but I think it's more important to us with our friendship. You know, I think we're always together off the field. You know, we always go out to dinner with each other and we do things with each other. You know, I think that being said, I think the chemistry of our bond starts with off the field. You know, just knowing each other. You know, figuring out what each other is thinking in their minds and how we play the game of football. You know, so I think our relationship carry us through this whole season because, for one, I think I know we're all unselfish players, you know, and no matter when the guy's number call or whoever having that best game, you know, we're going to continue to make sure he got that hot hand and continue to feed him. So I think we do a great job of just playing complimentary football off each other and going out there and make plays because we care for one another.
Next question comes from John L. from WICU. John, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler, congratulations on making the Super Bowl. Being a WPIAL kid with Aaron Donald, what does it mean to represent the city of Pittsburgh? And also, have you and Aaron maybe talked about a Permane Brothers bet or something like that as you head into Super Bowl week?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's real wholesome that we have two guys that went to Pitt and that's actually from Pittsburgh that's playing against each other in the Super Bowl. You know, I think that's not really common, you know, but it just shows two guys that got it out the mud and prosper, you know, from the bottom, you know, and everything is starting to pay off for both of us, you know, and I'm very happy for him and his success, you know, but unfortunately it's only one winner in this game, you know, so I hope all the best for him, but it's going to be a great game.
Next question comes from Stephen Box. Stephen, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler, congratulations on making it to the Super Bowl.
Appreciate you.
You mentioned earlier that there's a real chemistry and complementariness to the receiving core on this team. Can you talk a little bit about what is it that each of you do on the field that allows you to complement each other so well?
Yeah, I think starting with myself, it's more of intermediate routes, you know, the quick thing. Like I'm the hot read guy, you know, I'm the guy when things get hectic for Joe Burrow, and I'm able to utilize my athletic ability against mismatches, and I win every time, you know. And with T, you know, he's a freak, he's a freak athlete, you know, believe it or not, you know, he's not stretching the field and scoring and doing things like Chase, but he's always going up and making those huge catches, you know, because he's a big guy and he goes up there and make spectacular catches, you know. And with Chase, put the icing on the cake, you know, he goes out there and show us some freak plays. You know, he'll catch the ball and go in and run it for 60, you know, on a slant or anything like that, you know. So I mean, it's so hard to game plan us and strategize against us because we can all, you know, hurt you in any way that we perform at, you know. So I mean, it's so much I can say because we're all different athletes, but we're all, you know, understanding our roles in the offense and knowing what we need to achieve to continue to win games.
Our final question comes from Danilo. Danilo, you may ask your question.
Hey, Tyler, how are you doing? Danilo Cali from Torcedor TV, Brazil. Well, I'm fine, man. So your last 4 seasons were very consistent, and now after so many years, the Bengals are back in the Super Bowl. How has the work been like over these years in the team, and what has changed in this mindset to finally arrive at a moment like this?
Right. Yeah. I think with my legacy and guys that have been a part of this before we got to where we at now, you know, I think it helped mold us, you know, because we've been here through the long run and we've been here when things were ugly, you know, and now things are starting to work out, you know, because we got the right guys that's going to come in and do their job. You know, Zach did a great job with the free agency. He did a good job with the draft. You know, I think he knows how to create a championship team, and he done that. But for me and guys like Mixon and CJ, we seen it. We understand how to be leaders. We know the standard that Zach came in and implanted to us, you know, and we just going out there and fulfill it, you know. But at the end of the day, I give a lot of credit to him because he's the one bringing in guys, you know, and all we got to do is just show guys the way and tell them what we expect and tell them what they have to do. And guys do a great job of understanding the message and coming in and just fulfilling what needs to be fulfilled.
Thanks, Tyler. That concludes media availability with Tyler Boyd. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate y'all.
So we'll get to you shortly. Yep. Okay.
So I'll get you hooked up with this number.
Cool.
And then
This isn't lab anymore, is it?
it's just gonna be phone.
No, I'm saying, is this still going live?